Hey, what's up everyone? Sorry about the wait for the new video. I've been hard at work making my first in real life video. It's a day in the life of deployment vlog, my first vlog ever on the channel. That'll be the next video up that I post, and I'm gonna drop it over the next couple of days. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up if you were interested. Basically just walking you through a day in the life of deployment and where I've been at over the last couple months. That'd be a cool thing to make. But back to your Fordham Rams and your regularly scheduled program. What's up everyone? Welcome back to the College Hoops 2K Legacy Mode series featuring Fordham basketball and the legendary Coach Carter. Conference play is in full swing here in Season 3, and for probably the first time in the series, there's plenty of excitement surrounding our Rams within the league. Fordham's been the A10's laughingstock through the first 2 seasons of the series, only 8 conference wins combined, but coming off an upset win against the best club in the conference, teams are starting to take notice as the Rams have a chance to get to 500 on their A10 slate today. However, the guys in the other locker room are trying to do the same thing as Fordham completes the 5-hour bus ride at St. Bonaventure's campus, opening up episode 28 with a pretty big game. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to go on our schedule, but if this Fordham team is serious about making noise in the postseason, these are the games you're going to have to take advantage of. Victories over middle-of-the-pack teams like St. Bonaventure, they are vital for securing tiebreakers and improving seeds in conference play. The Bandits have been a tough team in the conference so far this series, but this is the weakest we've seen them, mostly due to the fact that they've seen back-to-back Player of the Year level players graduate. Albert McKenzie, a 6'10 center, won the award in Season 1, then 6'8 forward Javaris Grimes took home the hardware in Season 2. That's a pretty insane achievement for the program itself, but the downside is it's left the roster without much of an identity here in the 3rd year. Vance Burton has big shoes to fill as their leading scorer, and floor general point guard Kyle Kingman has seen his numbers drop without a star in the front court to share the lineup with him. However, it's going to be real interesting to see how we match up against this St. Bonaventure team. This is a squad, as you can see by their starting 5, likes to go small ball. Superstar athlete D'Anthony Maroney is actually their 5, as he stands at 6'7", as he goes toe-to-toe with Bennett Pincala to get us underway, and the vertical of Maroney proves to be too much for the jump ball. So the Bonnies start with the ball to begin this game, and Kyle Kingman wastes no time. The Rams coming out in a 3-2 zone there on the first possession as Hendry finds Higgins immediately as he tries his own 3. This one's well short as Higgins is still trying to get over the slump recently. His last 5 games, 7 points per game and only 34% shooting. Obviously, he's trying to turn it around as he gets the ball here in the open court. It's moved around to Preston Murphy as the Fordham Rams looking for their first bucket. Hendry, good movement as the ball swings all the way around to the hotshot freshman. He's been red hot passing the ball, actually. He's now the new assist leader on the team after being Murphy for the entirety of this season. But Hendry's becoming more of a complete point guard instead of just being a combo guard. And here comes another pass. What an assist there by number 44. We got to go into the replay mode for this one. Very deceptive head fakes here by Hendry, forcing 2 St. Bonaventure's players to use all their energy to try to stop him, leaving Swanson wide open underneath the cup. 7-7 game here, 10 minutes to go. Hendry with a nice assist as Swanson's playing some defense on the leading scorer of the Bonnies, Vance Burton. Here comes Fabian. Buckle up as the 6'9 senior's coming through. A nice little spark there, but unfortunately for these offenses, that would be the last spark we see for a while. Only 1 basket per each team, and now we've dwindled it down to 6 minutes left, so this is 4 minutes with only 2 baskets total on the game. So the offenses have really slowed down. It's been really good defenses played by each team, as here is Alondo Brown. Finally a jump shot goes, hallelujah. Alondo Brown, a 6'4 junior out of Buffalo, New York, finally breaks the cold spell, timeout, as we try to get this offense underway. I mean, come on, 4 minutes to go, 13 points as a team. The double comes on Pincala, and yeah, I mean, this is a team where they've just looked very hard to decipher here in the half court. Pincala rotates it around to Dustin Black with a foot on the line, and it's good. Black's actually coming along here in his sophomore year. We talked about his slump he had in year 2. Black's numbers have been down across the board compared to his freshman year as he grabs the rebound there, but recently he's been doing a good job cutting down on turnovers, and his percentage has been going up as he gives it up to Higgins in the open court, but he's blocked as the defenses continue to be. And the focal point and exchanging the block is Corey Terrell, as Higgins will try it again. Crossover inside over the smaller player. He absorbs the body bump, and he's got a chance to take the lead. Quick little 5-0 run for the Fordham Rams as we retake the lead for a split second, but the Bonnies come through to take it right back, 22-20, as the starting five checks back in, with the exception of Dustin Black. Hendry wants the lead again, and he gets it for his second three in 3 attempts. Hendry has been probably the best player out on the floor, arguably, in this first half. Now we're up by 5 with the ball, 7 seconds to go. Swanson with the mismatch over his left shoulder, and the post move score is good. Swanson with 6 points, and Fordham will go into the break with a 3-point advantage. And you got to feel good that they were able to put up 27 points after pretty much 4 minutes with no offensive production. Some things to work on though. As you guys saw, we immediately checked out of that 3-2 zone, and ever since we've been doing a great job. 30% surrendered to the Bonnies, and the leading scorer is Joey Patrone, 6 points off the bench for the Bonnies. However, we've had our fair share of struggles too. Like Preston Murphy's been held without a bucket, and Higgins, again, very inefficient, but at least he's shown some steps and turning it around. But right now, we just need to ride the hot hand, and that will be Kaya Hendry, who has another basket off the dribble, making another defender look silly, as he has actually the mismatch here, Vance Burton, but he forces it up there. Pinkala gives us another look at it, as this is going to be reset to Higgins, passed around to Murphy, and Hendry's got a second chance to score some points. He wants the screen, gives the lead pass inside to Pinkala, who gets the friendly roll on the 3-point play. It's yet another assist for Kaya, and we go freshman to freshman there. Pinkala has also been enjoying himself today as well. He was on the hot seat last episode, Pinkala was, perhaps in danger of losing his starting spot to Corey Terrell, who was so hot. But 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks really set him in the right direction as Pinkala keeps stronghold on that starting 5 spot. By the way, Murphy finally scores. That's his first field goal in 5 attempts to extend the lead to 3. He only had 2 field goals up to that point, but Higgins, leaving the freshman Caleb Augustine without a hand in the face. Bad move there. This isn't a very good 3-point shooting team, but Augustine and Kyle Kingman can both make you pay. Looks like Fordham's going to be in another exciting game. We had plenty of those last episode, as Kingman scans, surveys, and finds Augustine for his second triple and as many trips up the floor. Higgins, what is going on? You got to get your head in the game, man. Already down to 8 all of a sudden, as Fordham is letting this one slip away with some mental mistakes, some turnovers, and now leaving shooters open, as this one is rotated around. Kingman short. We catch a break there, as it's Murphy who tries to turn on the Jets, and he will grab a 3-point play of his own. We need Murphy to step up in a big way here if we're going to make this game even remotely close here at the end of it. But this is a huge swing. Burton tagged for yet another foul. Preston Murphy recently became a top 10 scorer in the A10 on the year, 14.4 points per game to lead this team, and he needs to come through, but that was a huge one right there. As the double comes, Hendry, good pass, Murphy again delivers. 10 points for Murphy, all those coming in the second half, and we've got it back down to a 1-score game. Kingman up ahead, it's blocked by Fabian Swanson, who closes it down in the middle. Let's go, what a chase down. Fordham has played 2 back-to-back games, both wins, but last episode they ended off the installment with a basket win over Charlotte and a basket win over LaSalle. They may be in for another close one tonight as Murphy finally cools off. Can Fordham secure their 3rd straight win in the conference after starting at 0-3? They're trying to get back to 3-3. Kyle Kingman has it stolen by Bennett Pinkala. Murphy off to the races as he flies up to punch down 2 more. Timeout, Bonnies. Fordham back within 1. As Murphy, the miracle man, does it again. He is the leader this team needs, but he can't do it all by himself. He's pumped up, he's got the team fired up, but who else will step up and help Murphy secure this win? A huge midseason battle between 2 teams on the bubble, 2:16 left to go. Hendry pounds the rock as the St. Bonnies, they go man-to-man here. Screen from Swanson. Hendry inside as Swanson looks weak side. It's Higgins. Pump fake. He's got the lane. He gets 2 more. Higgins also has played a very solid second half, and he gets the inbound steal. Fordham with the lead and forcing a turnover. That's Higgins' third. Let's go. Come on, Kai Hendry. What you got? Setting up the offense like a seasoned veteran. 1:43 left to go. We're going to keep it in the hands of Murphy, potentially. Crossover inside. Murphy against Maroney, but he shuts him down. The small ball 5 Maroney with a beautiful defensive play as Alondo Brown is then blocked. Fabian Swanson. He was under a lot of flack in his underclassmen years, not being a good defender. That's why he didn't start for a while, but here in his senior year, he has become an impact player on that side of the ball. Swanson, 1.2 blocks, leading this team on his senior year. 1:30 left to go though. Can we get the stop? Alondo Brown, he's covered closely. He forces one up. It's no good. It rims out, but it's Maroney on the, Augustine on the glass as the freshman continues to play huge minutes down the stretch. As it's Caleb Augustine, a 6'5" freshman from Toronto, Canada. He has been an impact player. 40 seconds left to go. This has been a defensive battle through and through. Some rugged defensive plays shown by both teams. We'll see if Fordham can give us one more. Kingman, top of the key. 13 seconds left to shoot. 13-second difference between the two clocks. 10 seconds. Snatched by Kaya Hendry. What a play. Higgins puts his foot in the ground, takes the lead for the Fordham Rams. Evo Higgins with 2 of the biggest points on his senior year. Timeout Bonnies as Kaya Hendry, the freshman playing beyond his years. He forces Kingman, the floor general, into a bad mistake there. 59-58. Can Fordham hold on for one more stop? 12 and some change left to go as the inbound goes to Augustine. 10 seconds to go. He wants the ISO. Higgins governing closely. The help comes. Burton, he's open! And he takes the lead for the Bonnies. Burton with no one even near him. Fabian Swanson with the bad play there. He helped out way too far to try to, I don't know if he was trying to hunt for a weak side block or what, but a bad move there as Burton, who can hit a 3 every once in a while, the 6'9" junior, may have just punched the Bonnies' ticket to a win. We're going to keep the safe 5 out here. 4.1 ticks left. We've been in this situation before. I'm sure you guys remember the opening day game against Southern. Let's see if we can do it again. The Bonnies actually come out in the zone. 4 seconds. Hendry stepping it back for the win. He nets it. Kaya Hendry sends us home with the win. Oh my goodness. The hotshot freshman sensation knocks off the Bonnies and gets the Rams back to 500 in league play. Our second game winner of season 3, Hendry, the hero. An unbelievable shot to take a big conference game. I was shocked to see the Bonnies not come out in man. It was a good contest by Alondo Brown, but not coming out in man let Hendry get his eyes on the rim. And when you're a dead eye from deep like this freshman is, it's far too late. What a game. Our backcourt big 3 played at an incredible level there in the second half. Murphy had all 14 of his points in those final 15 minutes. And you can't forget about Higgins as well. He had his best game in weeks after starting out slow and trying to break that slump. And then Hendry with that steal to assist to Higgins to take the lead. Then the step back 3 to seal it. This freshie's got ice in his veins, man. Star written all over this 4-star prospect. Swanson's defense has been very underrated coming of age story in this series as well. When he first joined the team in season 1, his defense was keeping him from the lineup. And here in his swan song, he's become probably the best, most valuable defender on the team. Oh my goodness, 13 wins now, 5 losses as Fordham wins their 3rd straight game by a bucket. 500 in league play as we continue to turn heads, but we're going to sim 2 more games with a good chance to improve on our solid record. It's about to become February on the calendar as we travel to Virginia, trying to avoid an upset. These Richmond Spiders, they have a pretty decent team on paper, but they've lost all 5 of their conference games at this point, with an average margin of defeat of 21.2 points. It's hard to figure out why they haven't gelled recently, as Fordham, narrowly escapes disaster. 63-62 is your final. This is our 4th straight game we've won by a basket, and our 4th straight win, period. Murphy and Swanson carried us through this one as our Rams, they pull out yet another nail-biter. Gotta love how this team makes us sweat, guys. Nothing can be easy with this bunch, as we're starting to find out. Next up is a home tango with Duquesne. They're 2-4 within the league, as the Dukes post offensive stats that are pretty much identical to Fordham. This will be our final sim game on the video, as our first major injury comes in this Dukes game, and it's Chen Lee, as he suffered a broken ankle. And unless if we make like the final 4, or if we go really deep in March Madness, which is a big if obviously, this will bring his sophomore season to an abrupt end. And on top of that, it was a 29-point loss at home, and you can chalk this one up to losing one of our guys so early on in the game. Lee was only on the floor for 4 minutes before the injury occurred, and I definitely feel for the sophomore big. He showed some promise in his freshman year, but as the sophomore year kind of went on, he all but lost his spot in the lineup as the China-born big man will watch from the bench here on out as Fordham's modest win streak comes to an end. It's a Rams versus Rams battle to bring episode 28 to an end. Don't let the conference record fool you. This is a stingy Rhode Island squad desperate to get the ship sailing straight. We've been witnesses to some defensive battles as of recent. Both Charlotte games last episode, the Bonnies game, the Simmed Richmond game. If you're itching for some offense, this will be the game for you. This Rams team can put the biscuit in the basket. With team stats comparable to Temple and Charlotte, actually 3rd in the team in points per game, but as you may expect, they don't play no defense. They're going to try to trap a little bit near the timeline and bait you in steals, but that's about it. They want to outshoot you. They want to play fast. Brennan Ballard, he's a 7-footer with a bag very deep. He might have the best back to the basket game in the conference, but it's 6'9" wing Ty Willoughby, who always seems to kill us. I don't know why an 8-point per game player destroys our defense every time we face the Rhode Island Rams, but through the first 2 years of Coach Carter's Fordham tenure, Ty Willoughby lights it up every time he sees our maroon jerseys. So we'll see if this is the time we can finally shut him down. Now with Chen Lee going down, there's plenty of speculation on who will be our new 9th man. Obviously this decision isn't life or death. With the way Lee had his playing time cut down by the other guys, his replacement probably won't see the floor much either. And Coach Carter is going to go with 6'10" walk-on Rondell Dunnington to fill in. The upstate New York native hasn't played much as a freshman, but every time he's been in for garbage time, he's worked hard, and he's impressed Coach Carter with his motor. And ever since league play started, our team rebounding hasn't been nearly as impactful. Dunnington is as strong as an Ox player, and he will try to add a punch on the boards moving forward. Alright guys, let's get it started. The finale of this episode, the 12-5 Fordham Rams, the 12-9 Rhode Island Rams. 3rd in the league in points per game as Willoughby starts it off early. I told you guys, he always kills us. I don't know why, but here, oh yeah, also here's this trap I told you guys about. They're going to try to attack you at the timeline, but when you got a passer as good as Kai Hendry, you may be able to beat it pretty easily, but a bad decision there by Swanson as we turn it immediately over. So already a bad start here back at home for Fordham. Rams versus Rams today. 5-0 start as we go inside against the zone. Swanson scanning the floor. Hendry, nice pass to Higgins in the face of a defender, but it doesn't matter. Higgins looking like he has found his slump buster ever since last game. He's starting to play a lot better. That's exactly what we need. We need all hands on deck if we're going to make our first ever postseason run, as Corey Terrell tries to run out in the open floor as he takes it away from Brennan Ballard. Just because Terrell is not in the starting 5 doesn't mean he should put his head down, man, because he's had some pretty awesome moments. And there goes another one right there. And here comes a block by Higgins as he sends it back, going up against the Rhode Island Rams' new point guard, as Higgins out in the open floor puts in 2 more. And I think we called it, guys. I think we had hit the nail on the head when we said a lot of offense was going to most likely come tonight. Our prediction has been on points, already 18-16. This is more points than we scored against the Bonnies. And I think we only had like 2 minutes to go in the first half when we had 18 in that game. So already both teams enjoying a lot of success. What a pass though, as Hendry again displays the vision. He finds Murphy on the backdoor feed, beating his man, and it was a smaller man at that. That's 5'11" point guard Edward Bragg trying to take away that pass. So Murphy just towers over him, and Hendry heads up play noticing that. So now Fordham back in this press, 30-28 as the Rams take the lead. Bragg now has a pass picked off. It's Murphy for his second steal and another jam. Murphy desperately needed a high percentage shot like that. He started out a little bit inefficient in this game, just like he did against the Bonnies, but I think that one will turn it around. He's been an awesome second half player recently, as here comes Eugene Rivera for a three himself, as he is probably the most dangerous weapon on the Fordham Rams, or rather the Rhode Island Rams perimeter game. Eugene Rivera, big three there, as they go up by 3. As Hendry, he looks for a teammate, and it's actually a very new one to the lineup. Rondell Dunnington for a 3-point play as we beat the trap. And it's good to see the freshman getting some spot minutes here at the end of the first half and making an impact while he's at it. The 6'10", 241-pound walk-on from Utica, New York misses the free throw, but there's his first basket as a member of the rear rotation. 35-34, it's yet another close game. We've seen a lot of these over the recent weeks. It's been a high-scoring, high-octane game. Rebounds tied, turnovers pretty comparable, and the leading scorer for Rhode Island is Ty Willoughby. No surprise there, as Higgins and Murphy combined for 8 apiece. As we continue to move forward, 37 apiece now, as it's actually Swanson for the first basket of the Fordham Rams second half attack. Edward Bragg, he's the new point guard for the Rhode Island Rams, as their all-conference point guard last year, Andre Bright, graduated. Bragg is a 5'11" sophomore who averages 5 points a game on his first year as a starter. 2-3 zone for the Rams. Bad decision there if you're going to not step up on Kai Hendry. That was a bludgeoning screen set there by Pennapinkala, as Hendry then puts it inside off of the steal. And he gets 2 more cheap ones to Fabian Swanson. Time out, Rhode Island, as the Rams starting to take stronghold of this game. Edward Bragg gives it over to Ty Willoughby. This is Nate Jenny, one of the few underclassmen Rhode Island actually has in rotation, but he's short. And Rhode Island has a chance to go down by a pretty decent amount. Fordham looks for their biggest lead of the game, and they get it. 48-41 now, as Bennett Pinkala, who's been a little quiet this episode, gets 2 more. He's only been quiet scoring the ball, but he's been doing a great job rebounding and playing some tough defense inside. He's been going toe-to-toe with Brennan Ballard all game long. 53-50 as Fordham clings to a lead. It's Nate Jenny, the sophomore. Great take there, no good, but it's Julian Summers on the glass, the second leading scorer on the team, as he gets a 3-point play to fall. This was a big one, as the Rhode Island Rams on a run to respond, 53 apiece, as Higgins and Hendry both check out. And as you guys can see from your ticker down below, this game is kind of cut from the same fabric as the St. Bonaventure game. Neck and neck all the way through, but a big run by our opponent deep in the game makes things a lot harder for us, but Dustin Black's got an answer. Again, he comes up with a big shot, just like he did against the Bonnies. And he checks right back out, but Dustin Black's services are no longer needed. That was a huge shot to get us back within 5. But it looks like we might need another one. This has been a shootout all game long, and Hendry wants to continue. He wants to go tit for tat. 3 more for Fordham. 65-63, 3 minutes to go. It's going to be another nail biter, it's looking like, as Willoughby got to keep the ball out of his hands. As it goes inside to Ballard, good defense, but Ballard with 12 now in the game. But Hendry's trying to run fast before the Rams set up. He finds Murphy, pump fake with a lane, kicking it around. Hendry gets us back within 1. His 3rd triple of the contest. Hendry, again, the second half villain. I don't know how he keeps doing it, but we are seeing a freshman starting to bloom right in front of our eyes. 6 seconds to go on this possession as the Rams are looking for the lead. 3 seconds. Higgins, mid-range. He takes the lead. 17 for Evangelo Higgins, as episode 28 has been his slump buster. 70-67. Just a couple more stops, and we can secure yet another 1-possession win. Summers on the baseline. Not giving it an inch is Fabian Swanson. They want the baseline kicked around to McFarland, who knocks down 2 points. It's actually his first basket of the game, so did not come at a bad time at all. Trying to beat the trap is Hendry, as he actually misses Higgins for a layup, but at least we didn't turn it over. 45 seconds left. They want to bring another trap. Murphy, here we go. 2 more points. And Hendry's 6th assist is a beauty. He just wrapped it around the double team to get it to Murphy. 36 seconds left as Hendry forces Eugene Rivera to step out of bounds. This Fordham Rams team wants this win more than they want their next breath. Hendry, again being the best player out on the floor when the game is on the line. He shows no fear whenever the game is at its breaking point. 72-69, they foul Murphy. 27 seconds left, the 1-and-1. Here comes the front end. Murphy, who's been good from the line his entire career, misses the front end. And so Rhode Island will have a chance. And here comes Willoughby, 4-3! I should have known who it was going to go to. 17 points for Ty Willoughby. Missing free throws. They can come back to haunt you. 13 seconds left. Hendry wants 3 more. No good, but it's pulled down by Binkala. He'll reset it. 7 seconds to go. Coach Carter doesn't call timeout. 3 seconds left. Murphy for the win. It's blocked by Brendan Ballard. And we're going to go to overtime. 72-72. The shootout will continue to 5 more minutes. What a game we are seeing here between two teams desperate for a mid-season win. The jump ball is secured by Bennett Pinkala. A fresh 5 minutes out on the clock as we see Fabian Swanson cutting back door. Hendry now has a career high with 7 assists on the game, and it's 15 points for number 15. 78 apiece now, 2 minutes off the clock in the extra period of play. Julian Summers is the inbounder, as neither team has had trouble finding points here in the overtime period as Edward Bragg, little kiss off the glass there. 80-78, the shootout continues. 2:39 left on the clock. This one is rotated to Murphy as we're trying to set up a flare screen for Higgins. He's been great all day. From downtown, it's off, but it's Fabian Swanson playing some huge minutes. He's been the X factor today. Nice triple drive by Hendry, dishing it down to his boy Bennett Pinkala. Those two have been building rapport all year long as the two freshmen hook up again, once again. 1:15 left to go. Willoughby got to keep the ball away from this man. He's open for 3. Good contest from Higgins. But Brendan Ballard, who has a double-double on the game, grabs an offensive miss, but it's stolen by Murphy. 82-82, up ahead to Higgins for the dagger. The Rose Hill Gym is up on their feet. This is the Higgins we know and love. Not the slumping Higgins over the last couple weeks. Nah, the 22 points per game, shot doctor at the end of the games. This is the one we know. 46 seconds left to go. I think I got a little overzealous calling that the dagger. We still have some work to do as Murphy reaches in on Eugene Rivera, and the Rhode Island Rams are actually in the double bonus, so 2 shots guaranteed for Rivera here. The front end is actually missed, so they can only make it a 2-point game with 40 seconds left to go. Hendry takes his time, walking the dog up the floor. 35 left to go, 25 to shoot. What do we got in our bag of tricks? Hendry, top of the key, trying to waste some time here. Higgins, back to Hendry. 24 now left to go. A basket makes it a 2-possession game and all but secures the win. Looks like we're going to want the post up. Murphy against Eugene Rivera. Little post hook. It's good. Murphy delivers. The entire core of Fordham having their moments. And now it's 9 seconds to go. Willoughby, great help by Pinkala. It's off. Rivera tries to put it in. He eventually does, or at least he gets fouled. But it's too little, too late. 1.8 seconds left to go. He makes the first one, drains the second one. 87-85, 1 second to go on the clock, and they can only foul Hendry with 0.1 of a second left to go in the contest. It's over. Make or miss. We're walking out of here with a crucial overtime win as Fordham continues to take advantage of these one-score games. 88-85 is your final. Higgins 22, 6, 2, 1, and 3. 3 threes on the game, including one of the biggest shots in regulation. I think this might be the most complete game we've seen from Higgins in his entire career across the entire series. Safe to say we were coming in this episode hoping that Evo Higgins was going to break that slump. 7 points per game over his last 5. and I think he's done that today. He really helped us secure the wins against Rhode Island and against St. Bonaventure. Without him, we don't win either game. Swanson was excellent. Hendry was excellent. He broke his career high in assists as he almost nearly had a double-double. Ty Willoughby with 20 points and Brendan Ballard with a double-double. This was an awesome game for the neutral fan, but it means so much more to come out on top. It's now Fordham 15-6 on the conference. We'll pick it up with them in the next episode as the schedule continues to get a little bit easier. However, Xavier is not an easy place to play, so we're going to be hopping into the Xavier game, and then I'll decide where we want to do from there. But it's kind of crazy how the end of Season 3 is rapidly approaching. We only have 7 games to go left on the schedule, as Fordham is currently in 7th place, only a game, or rather half a game back from teams like Dayton, St. Joe's, and St. Louis in the conference. So this has been by far our most successful year. We haven't tanked like we did in Season 1 and Season 2 in conference play. We have been very competitive with every team in the A10. Top or bottom, doesn't matter where the team is at. We've been winning some big games and even keeping it close against the more elite teams like Temple and Charlotte. So we're going to cut this episode here, but we're still continuing to make progress here with the Fordham Rams. And Season 3 has a lot of promise if we continue to do what we did in this episode. We got Higgins back on the right track. We got Murphy playing well at the end of games. And Hendry is becoming a superstar right in front of our eyes. He has now become top 10 in the conference in assists per game. He's been seeing the floor better than I've ever seen him in his freshman year, and it's really helping us out in the long term. Swanson and Pinkala running things in the interior. Overall, you gotta love what you've been seeing from the Fordham Rams. Winning a lot of these one-score games. We'll see if these nail-biters continue next episode. It's gonna be really interesting to watch. So, episode 28 has come to an end. I appreciate you guys stopping by today. Hope you guys enjoyed another installment with the Fordham Rams, and keep an eye out for that day in the life vlog. That'll be the next video up on the channel. Really hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys are excited for more Fordham Rams basketball in the future. This is College Sports Advice signing out. Hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys later. Peace, everybody.